Okay, today we're going to begin chapter 3 in our book. So open up your book to chapter 3. We are going to be working on dividing by a one-digit divisor. So if we take a look at lesson 1, relating multiplication and division together, we're going to be on page 157. So open up to page 157 and we'll start there. Today we're going to work on lesson 1 and 2 with the introduction to division. So it says a fact family is a group of related facts that use the same numbers. You can use fact families to relate multiplication and division. Just like our addition and subtraction fact families, we have those for multiplication and division as well. So it says Cheryl is helping to put away 18 basketballs after practice. She places them on a rack that has 3 shelves. How many basketballs can she put on each shelf? Use the fact family. And it says 3 times what is equal to 18. Well, when we have a fact family of 3 numbers, the biggest number is our answer to the multiplication problem, or the product. So we have 3 times 6 is 18. 6 times 3 equals 18. That's our flip-flop. Then we can switch to division, and we take our big number 18, and now it becomes our dividend in our division problems, okay? So it's the answer in our multiplication problem, the product, okay? But the big number then turns into the dividend, what's being divided in our division problem. So we take the dividend, 18 divided by 6, and we get 3. 18 divided by 3 then is 6 for our flip-flop. So 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Cheryl can put 6 basketballs on each shelf. And so below here we have 3 shelves. If we put 6 basketballs on each shelf, okay, we're doing a quick sketch, not taking much time at all to draw the 6 basketballs on each shelf. So 3 times 6 is 18. Let's take a look at our independent, I'm sorry, nope. Let's look at the top of the next page. There's some more vocabulary. It says an equation is a number sentence that contains an equals sign. You can use related facts to help find the unknown or missing value in an equation. You can use a variable or a letter to represent the unknown number. So the variable would be like a missing amount X or a missing amount T, okay? So here it says, Ellie is creating gift bags for her party guests. She wants to divide 56 pencils equally among the 7 gift bags. How many pencils will go in each bag? It says, let P represent the number of pencils in each bag. So she's going to take 56 pencils, divide them into the 7 bags to get pencils per bag. P is for pencils, okay? It says, think, what number times 7 is 56? Write a related multiplication fact. Well, 7 times 8 is 56. So then 56 divided by 7 equals 8. P then is 8. So Ellie will put 8 pencils into each bag. So P, this missing amount, sometimes we see a box around it. Sometimes you might just see a blank line. Sometimes you might see a question mark. Sometimes you see that letter, that variable that we talked about. So the variable, the missing amount, the letter, that's our answer in this case. And it is 8. Now let's look at the next page. It says write a fact family for each set. So we have paper clips. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paper clips down by 1, 2, 3 across. 5 times 3 is 15. I can write the flip-flop fact of that. 3 times 5 equals 15. And then write the 2 related division facts. Take my big number 15, divide it by one of the digits, 5, and I get the third digit, the 3. I can also start with that 15, divide by the 3, and get the 5. Okay, I can do that if it gives me blocks like this. So I have blocks. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks, and I have 2 rows of them. 8 times 2 is 16. Flip-flop fact, 2 times 8 is 16. I can do the 2 division problems. 16 divided by 8 is 2. and 16 divided by 2 equals 8. If they give me the three numbers for the fact family, I can also write those. 4 times 9 equals 36. Flip them around. 9 times 4 equals 36. Take the big number 36 divided by 9 equals 4, and 36 divided by 4 equals 9. Okay, so I have my 4 fact families. Then, if we have a missing amount down here, write the related multiplication fact. Once we divide, so 64 divided by 8 is 8. Flip it, 8 times 8 is 64 then. Okay, if I see something like number 12, what divided by 8 is 4? Well, it might be easier to do the multiplication first. 4 times 8 is 32. So 32 divided by 8 is 4. We've been working on that a lot with 180 days, so make sure that you are paying attention to that when you're doing that work. Number 13, 40 divided by what is 8? Well, we could flip it and say 8 times what is 40. And we know 8 times 5 is 40, so 40 divided by 5 is 8. Okay. Down below, they show us a few algebra problems, finding that unknown as part of our fact. So 2 times something is 12. Count up by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That gives us 6, so m equals 6. That's my missing part. 8 times y equals 24. Well, if I count up by 8s, 8, 16, 24, that's 3, so my missing part is 3. Remember, if you don't have your facts memorized, pull out your multiplication chart to help you, okay? 2 times something is 12. We go down our 2's until we get to that 12 and find the matching part of 6. For 8 times what is 24, we go down our 8's until we get to 24, then go over and find our matching number of 3. 9 times something is 72. Go down your 9's column until you get to 72 and go over and you find it matches with 8. So 8 is my missing factor. Okay. Let's take a look at the next lesson. The next lesson starts taking our division, and instead of basic facts, now it takes bigger numbers. So it says in art class, we're on page 163. Okay. In art class, 3 students share 48 markers evenly. How many markers will each student have? So what we're doing essentially is we're taking 48 divided by 3, and it says use base 10 blocks. Well, I have some blocks here, okay? I'm going to actually do this, and you don't need to pull this out. Actually, here, let me pull out a blank piece of paper. I'm going to write on here 48 divided by 3. You do not need to get paper out. Do not go get paper. I am going to put 3 circles on my paper because I need 3 groups, okay? And I have 48 blocks. Well, if I look at these, I have one group of 10 that I could put into each section. And then, if I look, I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 left, okay? Well, I could take them in one by one, put them into each group, okay? See how I'm evenly distributing to get the blocks put into each set evenly, and this is how we can divide using the base 10 blocks. I need to have even amounts. If I have any left over, that would be the remainder, but in this case, they came out even. And you'll notice each of them has 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 48 divided by 3 is 16. Okay, so if I look back in my book, it says divide the 10s into 3 groups, circle 3 groups of 10s, draw the equal groups. We did that on paper. Regroup the remaining 10 blocks into 10 ones. How many ones are there all together? Well, we had 18 of them. Then we divide the ones into those 3 groups, and each group ended up with 6 ones. Then each group has 1 10 and 6 ones, so 48 divided by 3 is 16. Each student will have 16 markers. Now, let's turn the page and let's look at another one of these. Let's look at number 3 on our practice it page. 39 divided by 3. Well, let's see here. I have my tens again. Here's 39 or 30, and let me add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I have 39, okay? Again, we need to split those into 3 groups. So I'm going to pull my piece of paper back, and this time we're going to do 39 divided by 3. And I'm going to find that missing amount. So again, I can take a 10 and put it in each circle, okay? Then I have these pieces left for 39. So let's start splitting them up. 1 per circle. And I can go evenly to distribute, and I distributed them all, and notice there is a 10 and 3 ones in each section. So a 10 and 3 ones makes 13. So if I look on number 3, how many are in each group? Well, 13. Are there any left over? If so, how many? Nope, there are 0 left over. So 39 divided by 3 is equal to 13, okay? Why don't we try one more? Let's try one more. Let's look at number 4. It says 32 divided by 5. Well, okay, let me get my 32. So I have 10 and, 32. Sorry, 32. Let me get rid of some of those 32 blocks, okay? Now I need, instead of 3 circles, if I'm doing 32 divided by 5, and I need to find my answer, that means I need to add 2 more circles onto my paper, right? And if I have 32 divided by 5, you're going to notice I cannot put a full 10 into each of them, okay? So let me split those in half. Let me split them into groups of 5. We'll see. Can I put a group of 5 into each circle? Keep those off to the side. Ooh, yes, I can. And now you'll notice I have these left, okay? But I can start putting 1 of each into the circles. Ooh, and then I have 4 more. But I have 5 circles. So in this case, in each circle I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 32 divided by 5 is 6 in each circle, with 4 that I can't split up, because if I try to put 1 more into each circle, you're going to notice I don't have 1 for this one. So that means if there aren't enough to split them evenly, I can't split them up at all. So these I need to hang on to. Whoops, these I need to hang on to. This is my leftovers, my remainder. So I have 6 with a remainder of 4 left over. So if I look here on the page, it says, how many are in each group? Well, I have 6 in each group. Are there any left over? If so, how many? Yes, there are 4 left over. So 32 divided by 5 is 6, remainder 4. Because remember, in my 5 groups, I had 5, 6, and then those 4 that didn't fit, okay? And you could draw that if you want, put 6 dots in each of your 5 circles, okay? And then there would be 4 left on the outside, all right? What I'd like you to do is, I'd like you to flip back to lesson 1 to page 161. And I want you to try number 1, 2, and 3. So page 161, numbers 1, 2, and 3. Put your name on it, tear it out, turn it in when you're finished.